Giacomo snatches the End Magnus, and the party is forced to head to Mintaka, the Imperial Capital. Liud, however, appears conflicted. And with that, welcome back everybody to Let's Play Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings on the Lost Ocean. In the last episode, we finished Kolokoloth, that's the name of it. It was escaping me for a minute there for a second. Kolokoloth, the Hall of Mirrors. I can't say that name. Anyways, it was the Hall of Mirrors, and we tried to stop Giacomo from stealing the End Magnus. Unfortunately, he stole it. So there's only one End Magnus left, and it's in Alfard the Empire. So now we're in preparations to leave, but I think for the most part I gotta see my money situation first, because honestly I suggest you go and get money before we leave. I think I'll be alright for the most part. Let me see if there's anything to sell. Okay, no, not really. I think I'll be alright for the most part, but I would really suggest before you leave Mira, because when you leave Mira, you won't be coming back to Mira for a little bit. If you need to go and get money, I would really strongly suggest you go back down into the basement and go through the Hall of Mirrors again. Maybe take pictures of enemies and then go and sell it. Because one thing I would really suggest is the next area that we're going to, Alfard has kind of got a lot of expensive stuff we need to buy. And I would kind of expect, I kind of honestly would suggest you come in here and you kind of grind for money. I really don't need to. I just come down here to show you, but I just wanted to let you know, because this is kind of, I wouldn't say it's a point of no return, but it's definitely a place that we won't be back for a while. Probably like the next 5 hours gameplay. So I really would suggest 5-10 hours ish. I think I can't tell. Depends on how you play this game. I'm not good at estimating because, well, me and game time are not friends. If you've ever seen my Switch game time and stuff like that. Anyways, once you have everything that you need, I think we're pretty much good in that department. Let's look at our collection real quick, double check. Because like I said, this is kind of like we're leaving another continent. So just like every other place that we leave, kind of want to just double check to make sure your Magnuses are kind of up to date and everything. Make sure you're not missing any missables. Really, the only thing I really would suggest you do here at this point is make sure you get at least the Scorpion Beret. Mainly because I think after you leave here, it kind of goes away, but I'm not too sure. I can't judge. My notes say it's missable, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I would suggest getting it at least, though. Okay, I think we're all good with our Magnuses here. Double check, make sure I got that one enemy. There he is. Anyways, I think we're good. So now, I want to make sure quest Magnuses are updated. Yeah, okay. Alright, I just wanted to double check. Anyways, let's talk to Melodia. Is everyone ready to leave? We can leave anytime you're ready. We're going to the Empire, so we'd be well prepared. Yeah, it would be a shame if we're short on Magnus when we get there. Let's go. Okay, time to leave. You ready to leave? Then let's get going. Bye, Mindir. I'm sorry we're gonna have to leave you behind this one trip. I really do feel bad. The Mindir's just like, but guys, don't leave me here. Going through the Trail of Souls. Going over to Alfard, the biggest continent in the floating continents. Alfard, Empire of the Flame. I really like how Alfard looks. It looks really cool. Got the giant, like, golden capital in the back there. Can definitely tell this is a empire with all of them, you know, machina and everything. They're very industrialized. It just teleports her. Welcome, Lady Melodia. Please, this way. I thank you for receiving me, Sir Phaedro. My apologies for visiting on such short notice. By the way, as you can probably tell, since this character's got a portrait in his box, he's kind of an important character. I wouldn't worry about him. He's not really that important character. Regretfully, the Emperor is out at the moment. But I'd be delighted if you'd stay for a cup of tea. It's always a cup of tea, man. I was gonna make a Fire Emblem reference with that guy, but he with a cup of tea thing, it kind of made me think of Fire Emblem even more. Looks like they're gone. Let's find out where the Emperor and Giacomo's men are up to. What if we can't find them? Then we should go to my residence. Both my brother and sister are soldiers. They must know something. Are you sure it's okay? We don't have to if you're not comfortable with it, Liu. If something happens, your family will get in trouble. It's fine. Besides, time is growing more scarce as we speak. Then what are we waiting for? I love how Mizuti, it says the Great Mizuti under Mizuti's portrait. It took me a long time to realize, oh yeah, it says Great Mizuti there. I always thought that was funny. Anyways, we got a save flower here if you need to go to the church. I frankly don't need to. Let's talk to the Imperial Guards here. There will become a time when the foolish people will have to bow down to our great Imperial flag. That should not be considered aggression, but a calling, rather, bestowed upon the citizens of the Empire. Oh, imperialism. Don't you just love it? Jeez. Anyways, there's a couple missable Magnuses here. The first one, I think, is... Well, I wouldn't say it's missable. I don't know if this is missable because... My notes say it's missable. Another one of those things where my notes say it's missable. If you go around this big old cog thing, and you see like this fan-shaped machina here, you can kind of like go out to the sides here, on the fins of the fan here. It says the setting sun is turning the entire sky orange. This is the only place in the mechanized city where you can find peace of mind. Not this one. If you go, I think, at the south end of the fin here, the setting sun's turning the entire sky orange, blah, 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 blah. We already said this. Nope, it's not that one. Okay. It must be this one then. Is this it? Yeah, okay. So if you investigate this part of the fin here, it says you get Magnus Secret Recipe 6. Like I said, my notes say it's missable, but I'm not too sure because, I mean, spoilers, you come back to Mintaka a lot in this game. You can come back to it. I don't see why that would be missable because it would be right there and you have access to it. But we also want to talk to this guy here. It says the man with the bracelet. Do I know Quasman, the one from Furcad? He's my father. What about him? No, in critical condition. Only a few days left to live. Are you sure? Oh, Lord, I have to hurry back. Huh? I can't go back unless I give you my signature. All right. I mean, this is the first time in a long time we've actually got to pull this out and use it. Here's your family tree. And we got Quasm. Not Quasman, it's Quasm. Quasm. Left his wife at home and went to work in the city. Is he doing well? We haven't gotten a chance to use the family tree in a while. Like, all the people in Mira just had stipulations we couldn't fulfill. After I'm done with today's work, I'll go straight home. Thanks for letting me know. You're welcome, dude. But yeah, there's a Quasman guy there. We come in here, you'll notice that this lady has a bunch of puppies. Fluff pup. And they even make little barking noises like a chihuahua. I should know, because I have one. I don't think my dog doesn't chirp like that though. She just, oh, it's because she's not really a chihuahua. Like, she's a chihuahua, but she's also Jack Russell mixed dog. Like, you know how it is. Anyways, this Magnus here is a Viking helmet. I think, if I remember correctly, let me see. Let me see the Viking helmet. If I come all the way down here. Oh, there's the Tekken. We have the Tekken here. We haven't even put on the deck yet. Get rid of the rotten fish. We don't need that. Put that in there. I'm gonna assume Callus can use this. Yes. I think you can use this as an attack. The twin horns of the helmet look vicious and can be used to gore the enemy. Wow. That's violent. But we can actually use this, get rid of the green mold. Our cheese finally did that. For the longest time, I thought cheese would stay that way, and I was like, no, it turns into mold after a while. You can get some stoked flames here. Well, we don't really need it. But yeah, I would remember that this person here, the Emperor, seems to be planning something in secret, using an assassination squad that works under his direct orders. The leader of the squad is a cold-hearted, dreadful man who is dedicated to the Empire. I think his name is Giacomo. The other two are so wild that no other squads will accept them. Their group is truly terrifying, but it gives me comfort knowing that they're on our side. I guess that's why they work directly under the control of the Emperor. Remember that these dogs are here, the fluff pups? I mention that every time we see a bunch of animals around in the game, but just remember they're here, because there's gonna be a side quest revolving around that. But yeah, like, the fluff pups are here in this house in particular. We have you have another rotten fish, Savannah. Jeez. I really hate, like, I love and hate this mechanic so much about the time-based Magnus aging thing. I have a love-hate relationship with it sometimes. Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, cool. If I just wait a little bit, I get cooler items. And then, like, sometimes I'm like, no, my items turned into crap. Okay, yeah, these guys don't really tell you anything interesting. But if we come over here to the next screen here, you get access to a cutscene. Oops! Sorry, kid. Hmm? You okay, little guy? Why do uncivilized citizens such as yourself even set foot on our glorious Imperial Capital? Oh, bother. Might you quickly step aside? I am a very busy person, unlike you, or are you thinking that I should step out of the way? Is that it? Ha! No. What? Those with most power always come out on top. That's how the world is. You're all adults. Don't tell me you weren't aware of that simple fact. People like me, who are highly educated and naturally talented, must rule the inferiors when we grow up. It's not a right we've been granted, but a duty we must fulfill as the chosen people. Hopefully this little talk has made you realize why I'm so busy. Can your kind comprehend such talk? Sounds to me that that child has been spoiled all his life. What was all that about? Were you taught to act like that in school too, Liud? No, I was homeschooled. Alfard, a foster nurse of mine, gave me private lessons. Well, that's probably a good thing because, you know, Leod's at least not a stuck-up brat like that little kid was. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that cutscene always bothered me because, especially lately, like, I just think, the first thing that I think of that kid is, like, what's this kid? Joffrey from Game of Thrones. That literally is just, like, kind of reminds me of that. Anyways, this shop here, we got this really gaudy shop. Gosh, I love the shopkeeper. This is probably one of my favorite shopkeepers in the game. It's just like he's in this golden attire and he's holding his hands like he's like, oh, I want your money. I love this. We want to shop here because I think, yeah, there it is, the tongue birdie. This is an accessory for Liud. Or not Liud. Sorry, Mizudi. Mizudi gets a bunch of birds as their equipment. It's kind of funny. Let's buy some blue sky mail here. Wind level 3, definitely need that. Why not? Let's get the deluxe fruit drink. Seems you lack the funds. This place here is also the only place that sells uncooked rice. I would really suggest picking some up because you're going to need it. Chestnut truffle? I think I have a couple of these. These are, oh yeah, these cure poison, that's right. You can tell how long it's been since I last did this. Anyways, I might sell, I have like 4 of these darn things. I'm gonna sell a couple of these. I know there's only 70, like they're only worth 70 gold, and that's one thing I really don't like. Like, the only thing that's worth selling in this game is pictures. If you sell any Magnuses, unless it's like purposely used to sell, there's no point selling Magnuses. You don't get very much from them. Anyways, let's equip that thing that, not edit. Magnus, there we go. Equip. Mizudi. Tongue birdie. There we go. What is the other one? Days birdie. Oh, that one. Alright, so I think we're all good in that department. Okay, good. At least we got the birdie. That's the thing. That's what I was talking about. You might want to grind some money on. Let's go over here and see what the commotion is over here. Hear ye people of the great Imperial Capital, elite citizens of our mighty empire. By nature, it is our duty to guide the foolish people of the other nations and rule the world with great authority. Behold our scientific achievement and superb military force. Only the strong survive, and only the powerful may rule. All the other nations will bow down to the chosen elite. Hear my words, citizens of the Imperial Capital. I am Geldablame, ruler of this mighty empire. Devote your absolute trust, loyalty, and obedience to me. Obedience to a machine, a hologram. He's the Wizard of Oz. He was the man behind the curtain all along. You can just talk to these guys. If you talk to anybody, it just goes back to the speech machine. And basically, you just have to go through all this again. If you didn't listen to his stupid speech the first time. Let's go inside this house first. Hi, Liud. What happened? Did you get some days off? Are you going to stay a while? Yes, something like that. Wow, that's great. There's something I want to tell you, Liud. Everyone's been ignoring me lately. They asked me if I'm really from the Empire. I told them they were all acting weird. They despise foreigners and think of themselves as the greatest. Is it me? Am I acting weird? I feel bad for that kid. Seems like the only normal-headed kid in this whole place. Panaway too. He used to be such a nice person, but then he changed completely. Something's just not right. That must be that kid that we just saw. And talk to the mother here. I have to be careful how I say this, but this nation seems to be possessed by something sinister. Please be careful, especially since you're outsiders. Under the Empire's leadership, especially recently, people aren't acting like themselves. Yeah, that's the truth. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here. Oh, yeah, the diary on this desk for Scala. After opening the diary, you can see some pages have been torn out. Don't look! Oh. She wanted... I am so sorry. I forgot Scala was a little girl. I didn't mean to say that. She wanted to write about the people of Aza in her diary. But she couldn't write so well, so she tore out the pages and felt like they were written poorly. I wanted a well-written diary, so I decided I'd give it a lot of thought before I began to write. Oh. Like I said, this little girl is like the only normal person here. Trying to see if there's anything in here. There's a lot of places in the Empire that's just like, you know, it's all gold and doesn't really have many places you can check. We do, on the other hand, want to go in here though. This is the military break room. Yeah, you see a bunch of Imperial soldiers here. Cloud Castle Elnath fell too easily, and people call Laticon a wise ruler. Whatever, obviously he wasn't much of a ruler at all. If they had just followed orders, they wouldn't have had to suffer so much. Wow, dude. I guess, you know, if you go to another nation, especially if you go to one nation on the other side of the war, they'll have a different story and whatnot. The development of the secret weapon is almost complete. Power rivaling the gods. Ha ha ha! All hail the mighty Emperor! Are you the... Okay, let me talk to you. The Empire is unifying the world. This is something we should all rejoice in. Under the rule of the Empire, other people will finally recognize their existence is futile. Wow. Let's do these chests here. Obtain the Magnus Coffin Shield. It's a really cool shield that makes you, you know, start hacking your brains out. Just joking. Let's put that in... I'll put it in Liud's deck. There you go. You get a coffin shield. What about this one? You obtain the Magnus Scale Mail. You know what? Callus, let's get rid of the Viking helmet and let's put the Scale Mail in your deck. And then Gabari, we'll get rid of Chainmail. And we'll put the Viking helmet. There we go. Kinda need to start retiring some old gear if I can help it. Especially like stuff like this, like the frozen shield is like stuff we got from like the very beginning of the game. I'm gonna put another ninja shoot in. There we go. I need to start organizing some things around here. Let's talk to this guy. This atmosphere lately reminds me of Operation Sweep in Asa. It was so hot. But I'll never work with a Mad Wolf unit again, that's for sure. They're literally like Mad Wolves, hence the name. The Mad Wolf unit, a special forces unit made up the Empire's finest soldiers. You gotta be quite the soldier to be part of that team. Then there was that one soldier, remember? Wasn't there someone called Lady Death? She was a cold-blooded killing machine. When I saw her for the first time, I thanked God from the bottom of my heart that she was on our side. Before we go anywhere, investigate these pots here. There's something in the pots laying on the floor. You obtain the Magnus Aura, another constellation Magnus. Very easy to miss, just remember to grab that. Hey, did you hear the news? Seems like there was quite a ruckus in Diadem. I heard a lot of people got hurt really bad, pretty bad. Yeah, the Royal Knights were supposedly preparing for battle with the Empire in secret. Remember that young punk who caused a lot of trouble and was exiled to Diadem? Seems he turned his back on the Empire and works with the enemy now. You mean that idiot caught up in the Aza incident a couple years ago? The one that turned on his superior officer? Oh man, what got into him? It's just unbelievable. How could he betray his own country and side with the barbarians? Some people just don't have what it takes to keep up with the Empire. Either that, or just bad apple. Plain and simple. That's why they exiled him. You can definitely tell they're... It's a good thing they didn't know that we were here. Poor Liud. Liud, why exactly were you transferred to Diadem anyway? Didn't you just hear the soldiers? There's a small village called Aza, just south of Mintaka. The unit I used to belong to was ordered to raid that village. I objected to the order and confronted my commander. I refused to take part in the mission, and it was supposed to be a court-martial because of it. But because of my family, which had served the Emperor for generations, they demoted me instead, hence my transfer to Diadem. My brother and sister were high-ranking officers as well. Operation Sweep in Aza. Okay, that's enough chit-chat about the past for today. Time to move. No time for tiddlywinks, if you want to save the world before supper. I've never heard that phrase, tiddlywinks. Jeez. I had to double-check what I was reading there for a second. Something big is going to happen soon. I can feel it, no doubt. Can you feel it? The uneasy atmosphere in town? I bet the Emperor is about to do something. That's why I'm trying to fix this Machina before it's too late, so they can prove useful when the time comes. Oh yeah, these little devices. These little devices like hover around and stuff. We come down here, walk all the way down the screen again. You can come down this way, and I don't think there's anything down here. Yeah, there's nothing over here. But you can go and access this house up here. You people, are you still wandering around here? I won't say anything, just hurry back to your own nation and wait for our guidance. It's that same kid that we ran into earlier. There's a box with a ribbon on it. It looks like a present from a celebration. We talked to Panaway's father. You can't just barge in here without permission. Get out now. Man, the only common sense person here with RPG, it's like, what are you doing in my house? Oh yeah, this is just Stoke Flame. I don't need this. We don't need it just now. Talk to Panaway's mother. My son was accepted in the Imperial Army. He's quite exceptional compared for the other kids his age. Now my husband and I have proven our loyalty to the Empire. Oh man. Drawer is slightly open. It's filled with toys. Can I check these? No. I don't think there's anything in here. I always have to double check the houses around here. Anyways, just remember that Panaway lives there, and Scala lives underneath Panaway's house. So I don't know how to describe it. It's like literally on top. They're like 2 stories. But I think that's like all those places we can kind of explore in town at the moment for like Magnus's and stuff like that. So the only other option we have left that we haven't taken yet is we can go south. That's fine. We can go down this way, but that just takes us out to the world map. And unfortunately, we can't really do anything here on the world map yet. There's no way we can go through anywhere. We have something to do here in Mintaka, so we can't go anywhere. We're stuck here. I think this place, I think we're blocked here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think you can't really like finagle your way through here. So that way up there is blocked right now. But let's go up here. It's the only way we haven't gone yet. And we got these kids going around in a scooter, like hovercraft. I'll let you ride it. I'll let you have it after I ride a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Hee hee hee. Wow, you've been riding it the whole time. Let me ride it now. Just kids. But This is Liud's house. So, let's go inside. I said it was Liud's house. What am I talking about? I guess this isn't Liud's house. Perhaps outsiders like yourselves don't know that there was once a genius of a doctor living here. Oh, we do have to come here. That's why I was getting all mixed up. We have to come here in order to make the crowd go away. Male. I don't know why I said male. That's weird. That doctor designed the very first Imperial winglet and the famed battleship Goldoba to boot. But, as you may know, there's a fine line between pure genius and absolute insanity. He became obsessed with the sort of dangerous research. Night after night, he would perform the research in secret. On one of those nights, a huge explosion enveloped his laboratory in flames and took the poor doctor's life. That was over 10 years ago. His obsession was said to be some dreadful and forbidden type of research. Even today, no one is supposed to talk about that doctor. Then why are you telling me, an outsider? I'm surprised you're telling me. Toolbox and shelf of an honor, we're unlocking it. Let me get this chest, that's what I was trying to get. We got Sleet Stroll. We have another one of those. That's good because I never do without those. Sabina, how many fish are gonna go rotten in your deck? Jeez. Let's just replace that with that. There we go. Do you have a Sleet Stroll? Yeah. Nixie Garb is like 18. I can get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, she does have one. Okay, good. I was like, don't you have one, Shella? Okay. All right. Let me see if there's anything else in this house. Let me raid your cupboard here for an apple pie slice. I think I'm showing this off. I think in the last episode. Was it the last episode? I can't remember. Here, it increases your experience points by 3,000. I'm going to give that Mizuti because Mizuti's kind of lacking behind. We just got them, so like we were like already over leveled. Why do I keep investigating the Stoke Flame? I don't need that. All right, let me investigate this. Okay, it look like someone opened it up and couldn't put it back together. Oh, I think that's it. But we do have to come into this house because I think talking to that guy about the doctor, where he tells his story, is the point where it triggers the crowd to go away, and then we can go access up there. I totally forgot about that. I always got mixed. Yeah, now we got more people walking around. And they don't want to talk to us. Goody. But yeah, we got a bunch of people walking around now and everything. Let me talk to you. I feel sorry for the soldiers working in other nations. It must be horrible being sent to such barbaric places. You look like you're from one of those barbaric places. Let me see those. What are they called again? Wings of the Heart? Yeah, those barbaric primitive wings. Wow, dude. Wow, to be prejudiced, man. Jeez. Anyways, we have access to Liud's house now, but I think I'm gonna call it here for this episode. I think I'm gonna go and see if I can level up Mizuti at least. Let me see if I can do that. And we can turn in that that one thing that we got. That one thing, the Constellation Magnus. Jeez. There we go. Mizuti's all kind of caught up with people now. Now we gave them that apple slice. Apple pie slice. I like the idea that an apple pie gives you experience points. But I also like apple pie, so. Alright, I got some Magnus fragments here. Constellation fragments. Here you go. Ara. Sounds like a JoJo attack. Ah! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Sorry. I know that's a constellation in the sky, man, but I don't know, man. Okay, do I get anything for that? I don't know what it is. Thank you. Please take this as a small token. We got some magic beans. Not really worth it. I thought it was gonna be like something cool, like a camera or something like that. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. We explored Mintaka pretty thoroughly. So in the next episode of Let's Play Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings of the Lost Ocean, we're going to go to Liud's house here in Mintaka. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode.